Here we are required to find the value of x. So using the property of subtraction of logarithms, we know that x, this logarithm is to base 4 and this logarithm is to base 4. And since it is subtraction of logarithms, it means it's going to be x divided by 7. So we maintain the base, it will become log to base 4 into x over divide by 7 is going to give us 3 over 2. When you're subtracting logarithms that are having the same base, in this case it is base 10 and base 10 here, so you're going to maintain that logarithm to the base 10, and because it is subtraction, you divide x by y. Now we convert this logarithm into one indice so that we're able to get the value of x, and in this case it's going to be 4 to the power 3 over 2 is going to give us x over 7. So this becomes 4 to the power 3 over 2 is going to give us x over 7. These numbers and this number, if you are to try and convert them back to index form, this is the pattern. So the pattern here will be 2 to the power 3 is supposed to give us 8. 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8. And this one takes us back to this. Likewise here, 10 to the power 0 is equal to 1. 10 to the power 0 is equal to 1. It takes us back to that. Now 4 to the power 3 over 2 is the same as 4 to the power a half to the power 3, because we know that a half times 3 gives us 3 over 2. Now 4 to the power half is the same as the square root of 4. The square root of 4 here is 2. Square root of 4 is 2, so it's going to be 2 to the power 3 is equal to x over 7. So to make x the subject of the formula here, we multiply both sides by 7 here and by 7 right there, so that this 7 and that die. You remain here with the value of x as 7 times 2 times 2 times 2, which gives us, to find the value of x here, this is 3 times log of 4 base 2 is equal to x. So we make sure that we can convert this to index form. To convert this logarithm into index form, this 3 must be, this logarithm must have the coefficient of 1. So we shift this 3 to bring it up there. So this becomes logarithm of 4 base 2 to the power 3 is equal to x. So it means that it's going to be 2 to the power x is equal to 4. Converting this log to index form. So it's going to be 2 to the power x is going to give us 4 to the power 3. And if you look at this 4 is the same as 2 squared, because by 4 by 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So 2 to the power x is going to be 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. So it is 2 squared to the power 3. This is the same as 2 to the power x being equal to 2. 2 squared times 2, so this is the same as 2 times 3, which is 6. So it's going to be 2 to the power 6. Now you realize here 2 to the power x is equal to 2 to the power 6, the bases are the same. So if the bases here 2 and 2, the bases are the same, it also means that the powers are supposed to be the same if the bases are the same. So meaning here our value of x is 6. Therefore, our value of x here will be 6. So here we are required to find the value of x still. All this equation is equal to 5. These are all having the same base 9, and they are being added. So using the property of addition of logarithms, we are going to multiply these terms. So we shall maintain the base, which is going to be the log to base 9 into x times x squared times x cubed times x to the power 5. So this is going to become x times x squared times x to the power 3 times x to the power 5 is going to be equal to 5. So this is going to become log to base 9 of x to the power 11 is equal to 5. So when you convert this to index form so that you're able to get the value of x, it's going to be 9 to the power 5 is equal to x to the power 11. So it is 9 to the power 5 is equal to x to the power 11. Now, of course, to get rid of that 11, you find the 11th root on both sides. So to get the value of x here is the 11th root of 9 to the power 5, which is so to get the value of x here, it's going to become x here will become the logarithm to the base 4, the logarithm of 8. Now we shift this 2, we bring it right there, so it's 8 squared. And you know that 8 squared is 64, so it's going to be log to base 4 of 64 is equal to x. So now when we factorize 64 using 4, divide through 4 by 64, we know that by 64 by 4 it's going to give us 16. When we divide that by 4, it gives us 4. So it means that this is the same as the logarithm of 4 base 4 to the power 1 to 3 is equal to x. So this is the same as 3 log of 4 base 4 is equal to x. And definitely, of course, this, when you're having a number log of 4 and then this base is the same, this is equal to 1. So it's going to be, x is going to be equal to 3 times 1, which is 3. So therefore our value of x is 3.